My business is a sole trader R&D about creating a virtual studio for entertainment as art, but being inclusive with the fans to bring them into the process by offering the source code of roughly half of the games in development, and also having a Patreon to provide behind-the-scenes content and to both arm the fans with some control over what they want, release content to fans so they can spin off their own content, make open-source digital content and tools as well, and enabling and providing value for creative engagement with the products. Also having some services help creatives with their own storytelling and digital design for affordable fees. That's the short version. I do mainly writing, design, remote production, and sketching for comics, theater, digital environments, storyboarding, and mecha web applications, a zine about nerd culture businesses, free mecha environment animatics and web comics, indie video game art and prototypes, tabletop art writing and free card game writing, interactive visual novels, software, a lot of open source stuff, and a few affordable web-based digital solutions/tools, visually simple but epic story-driven animation. Also converted to indie video games with a Patreon, video producing for indie video games for Steam, 5 years project gigantic episodic indie video games for the app stores, and poetry animation with music.
Why did I choose crowdfunding? Because I believe in the platforms and giving more power to the fans and enabling the fans of quality, interesting, and unique content to actually have a vote on what they want out of the content, what they desire, what would improve, enhance their situation or life about that content. Have a vote, if not power, to have a vote on how that content gets out there and what goes into it and what they can get from it. As far as physical versus digital, I think it's easier to do a digital project by crowdfunding because physical you can only create and then deliver one per person, and then you have to get more money to develop another one per person. With digital, you can fulfill all your obligations with the money that you raised, and then use that money to further develop that content and also get it out to more people. The same content, or improved to more people. So it's enterprise-wise, it's easier, especially when you think about how much tax and fees come out. So politically, I would identify as a social enterprise, B.F. Skinner utopianist. What that is, okay, so the original communism that we hear about in history, I feel it never was communism. It was a bunch of fascist bullies who hopped up onto this following of an emerging ideal and used that as they used those ideas to control the people and to influence the people to follow them, and then they corrupted that ideal for their own means, for their own uses, and it's this emerging idealism scared a lot of popular mainstream people, and there was a bunch of fighting about it. So the original communism ideals were to give I want to say the means of production, but I really want to say the ability to create a better life for yourself, people, and also have no landowners. And the communism that exists in a really tiny amount here, not here, but in certain places, is, I think, a watered down version It's doesn't seem to work. But late-stage capitalism is just a front for corporate megalomania. So socialism is not pulling everyone down to a zero level. It's raising up those who are at the bottom, shall we say, dangerously or incredibly uncomfortably poor, and pulling down those who are disgustingly rich. It's about creating a base level where, unlike democracy, where everybody has the same meager power of the system, which is very little because the system doesn't change, and having to trust in that system to take care of us all. With the social aspect, everybody is enabled to create their own opportunities based on what they put in. That is what I feel today's positive social technologies are enabling right now. The idea is to create a social construct that provides the value to everybody who wants it, of everything they need and everything they want to be happy. Now, before and after the release of Skinner's Walden 2, a number of intentional communities were spawned to try to aspire to the creation of a micro-society like in the book. And if you want to find out more about them, you can check out ic.org, is the current website for the Foundation for Intentional Communities. So I go with Skinner's Walden 2, which is the sequel to Thoreau's Walden, but it talks about utopianism. And utopia means no place. So it doesn't actually mean what it means. Like, the word does not mean perfect societal construct. But that's what the definition should be, because that's what utopianism is. And so democracy is giving all the people a little bit of power. And social enterprise is, the social part is giving everybody the opportunity to have as much power as they want over their own happiness, depending on what they put in. And the enterprise part is enabling people to become successful, become rich, have opportunities they wouldn't otherwise have, and then be able to give other people those opportunities. Enterprise is the business side of things, and social is the better for society side of things. So together it seems more positive than just enterprise. And the ideal for me is still a B.F. Skinner-esque utopianism, which is like a perfect society that we aspire to be better and we aspire to reach those goals.